Out here on a nice cool night, summer night, with CBR 1000 double R. Having a good old time, baby. Woo! Feel good, baby. Cranking that throttle. But you know what, guys? A lot of you know that my WR250R got jacked up because of a crappy counter sprocket I put on there. But anyways, I'm gonna have to have the engine pulled, as a lot of you guys know. Probably gonna cost me about $1,000 to have the work done, because they have to pull the engine. I could do it myself, but I don't have the time. But I told you guys that I was thinking about going ahead and adding the big bore kit, either the 280 kit, probably the 280 kit instead of the 290 Athena kit, to make it faster. Oh yeah, baby, feel good. Yeah, feel good, baby. But I'm gonna tell you why I may not add that big bore kit, and the cons of putting a big bore kit on your dual sport or dirt bike.
Let's go for a ride. You are watching CycleCruza's all-in-one motorcycle channel. Subscribe today.
I gotta be careful over here. This last time I got a ticket, they caught me just slowing down up here. Yeah, I wish I was riding my WR250R right now, man. It kind of depresses me, even though this bike uplifts me with this power and lightweight, and be able to throw it around. It's a beautiful street bike. But man, I miss going off-road, doing some urban foolery on the WR250R. It's my favorite bike in the garage. But I did some research on the big bore kits for the WR250R. You got the 280 kit and the Thumper 280 kit and the Athena 290 kit. First off, something I didn't know that I found out is that with those kits, with the big bore kit, you have to do a little bit more maintenance. You have to do 5% more maintenance than your manufacturer's recommended maintenance on your bike. So for the WR250R, instead of doing 3,000 mile oil changes and doing valve checks at 27,000 miles, it probably reduced 5% from that. So you're going to be doing a little bit more frequent maintenance on it, but that's not the main concern for me. 5% is not that big of a deal, but it's something you need to know. But really, I'm concerned about reliability more than anything. I had several viewers bring up, they're like, CycleCruza, that's why you got the WR250R, you say, is because for reliability. So, you're riding instead of fixing. And you plan on putting this aftermarket kit, big bore kit on there. And, what if the piston fails on that because it's aftermarket? You should have... is it worth it? Because if that, it causes some damage, then you're going to have to either take the motor out yourself or pay somebody to do it, which is really expensive. Do you want to go through all that? Do you want to risk reducing the reliability? And that, I got to thinking, I'm like, dude, that's my main thing, is reliability. And the big bore kits really don't offer a whole bunch of power from what I'm reading on the forums. It just gives a little bump. So to pay, what is it, like $500 or $700 for the kit, which the guy that's going to do my work with the transmission said he'd do that at no charge, put that on. Is that $700 worth that little bit of bump in power and then reduce the reliability? You know what I'm saying? And then I contacted both of the aftermarket kits, the Thumper and the Athena company that does those kits, and it took them like a week to get back to me in the email. And I'm like, dude, if I have some damage with this and I'm within the warranty and I try to get or if I'm not in the warranty and I'm trying to get replacement parts for it, I mean, I may have a hard time getting those replacement parts. You know what I'm saying? Do I want to go through all that trouble for a little bit of bump in power? You know what I'm saying? And you have to pay $500 to $700 for it. And they say the 290 kit, it vibrates more and is a little bit less, could be less reliable than the 280 kit. They say the 280 kit doesn't vibrate any more than the OEM, which stock, it doesn't vibrate at all. So I'm assuming that it doesn't vibrate with the 280 kit. I don't know. I've never heard anybody say they really had problems with either kit. I just heard the vibrations with the 290 kit. But some people say they felt like it really wasn't all that worth it to spend the extra money just for that little bit of bump and power. There's no replacement for displacement. They say if you want to get the faster bike, obviously you should get a bigger CC engine bike. You know what I'm saying? For me, I don't, the power that I have on my modded WR250R right now is fine. I don't really lust for any more power for what I do. Just crapping around here on the streets, riding up staircases, doing a little light, doing some off-roading in the woods, riding over logs and stuff like that. And it's plenty of power for that. So, but I thought about adding a hardcore dual sport to the garage.
As most of you know, I added a brand new 2019 Yamaha YZ450FX that I plan on doing a build series on and making it street legal.
Add a set of Supermoto wheels and do both, and I can play around with the Supermoto and then do, I'm mainly for off-road though, and I just want to get it just to see the big difference if it's that much better than the WR250R for what I do. And also chronicle my experience as far as doing valve adjustments and the more frequent maintenance, and just give you all the overall experience to let you know, hey, should you go the 500EXC route or go the WR250R route? In my opinion, you can't go wrong with the WR250R. It's a cheap bike to own, very low maintenance. To me, when you mod it, get rid of the emissions crap, open the airbox up, fuel commander on it, a power commander on there, and lighten it up. It's got plenty of get and go. You can bust wheelies on it. It's fun to me, you know what I'm saying? And I ride a CBR 1000RR, as you can see that I'm on right now, and a Ducati X Diablo S that has one of the most powerful cruiser engines in it. 1262cc Testastrada L twin Ducati engine. Is balls out fast, man. Ton of torque and power. And I love my little WR250R. I'm not bitching about power like a lot of you, some of you guys are. I'm a dual sport enthusiast, as a lot of you guys know. I love dual sports. I absolutely love them. I love dirt bikes. In my opinion, it's more fun than just riding street. You don't have cops out off-road. It's very technical. You get a workout. It's fun. Bust wheelies, race your friends, all that without being bothered by cops and worrying about your license getting taken away. And you can beat on the bike without, unlike, you know, with street bikes, you got to be real careful of. You can't drop them like the dirt bikes and dual sports. In my opinion, dual sports make the best beginner bikes, in my opinion, because new riders tend to drop their bikes a lot, and the dual sports can take a beating, can pick up, very cheap to replace plastics. You guys know how I feel about dual sports, but yeah, I think I'm skipping the big bore kit. It just ain't worth it, man. I don't know. What do you guys think? Leave a comment. Let's talk about it, guys. That's why I do these videos, to help enlighten us all. And also you guys to enlighten me. It's all about community participation, creating you know, talking points for the motorcycle community, and I appreciate it, guys. Please leave a comment, because it really helps my, helps my channel out. It helps. That's why I do these videos, because I love conversing with you guys and learning stuff, and I love to share what I learn and everything, and we all become that much wiser. But for those of you guys that always ask me about where do I get my gear, you know, my camel pants, my boots, gloves, sea armor jacket, I always include links in the description and comment section of my videos, or go to my website at CycleCruza.com and click on the menu tab, My Gear, and those are a bunch of links to all of my gear, cameras, everything. And for those of you guys that want to see more of my videos, click on the menu tab, My Videos, and those are a bunch of playlists with my over 1,200 plus videos categorized into those playlists. So hopefully you can find something that will inform you or entertain you. Hey, hit thumbs up. I appreciate it when you do that and you comment, because it really helps my channel, helps me get motivated to do more videos. I appreciate each and every one of you. Don't forget to subscribe to my All in One Motorcycle channel, and also go check out my other channel, Bug Out Moto,
that showcases a van that I customized for cheap that allows me to live in my van with my motorcycle anywhere and has a ton of cool mods. And that channel has everything from build videos, trip videos, anything and everything Bug Out Moto. As a courtesy, I included 2 video playlists, one for new riders, and those are all of the videos I've done over the years that I feel are helpful for new riders, and also my popular videos playlist. Hey, hit the subscribe button. I appreciate it. Take care.